Hi guys, and thanks for tuning in and taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Hope your week has had a great start so far. It's only Tuesday, but as you know, I started doing the certification from home, the Ultimate Portion Fix by Autumn Calabrese. And not only am I doing the certification to better help you in your journey and give you the knowledge and education you need to thrive and succeed and see the results you want, but to also get that for myself, because everyone can learn, and I think it is so important for anybody that is involved in fitness and just living a healthier lifestyle to remain a student and always be willing to learn new things and new concepts and just new ways that we can create not just a more beneficial lifestyle, but a more sustainable lifestyle when we're trying to eat for health. Dieting versus portion controlling. You know, diets are only going to last so long. When we learn how to properly portion our food instead of depriving those food groups and taking food groups away, it's going to not just like in a physical stance make it more sustainable, but mentally it's going to be more sustainable, and we're not going to feel like we're missing out. I really love the concept of portion controlling. I've been doing it for the past 3 years, following Autumn Calabrese programs and a ton of other Beachbody programs. So it just really makes me more excited to dive deeper into the concept. Portion control is not just going to be for weight loss. It's more about just gaining balance in your body so that you're sleeping better, you're not addicted to food to the point of you're emotionally attaching yourself to it. Your energy is high and that you're thriving and you're not turning to things like overdoses on caffeine and sugar to stay awake throughout the day. Portion control is more just about gaining better balance in our lifestyle and physically, mentally, just gain more confidence. What we risk overeating is a lot. A lot of people don't think about overeating and that you can still overeat on healthy food. Believe it or not, you can. If you're eating too much, the energy is not going to be used. It's just going to be converted into glucose, which turns into fat, which gets stored later. And the last thing we want to do is store fat. We want to burn and refuel our bodies so that the next time we go to eat, we're using and utilizing every bit of that energy. What happens is our body can only utilize so much of one nutrient at a time. So the rest is going to be converted, like I said, into that sugar, and the sugar is going to be then turned into fat, and that's going to end up in little pockets of your body that you don't want it to end up in. It's super, super important that we're learning proper balance in macro counting versus calorie counting. Calorie counting is a, basic form of measurement, but a calorie is just a measurement for fire, believe it or not, how fast something burns to ash. So it really has nothing to do about the human body. Like I said, great basic form of measurement, but the best way to measure your food is through your macros. How many vegetables should you be having a day? How many fruits? How many proteins? How much, healthy fat? All of that is going to help you put your body into a proper balance, and it's going to be more sustainable than doing a low carb, high fat diet where you're taking food groups out, because eventually you're going to stop doing that diet. You're going to add those food groups back in, and then what happens? The weight just comes back on, right? Diets are for the short term, but if you want long-term sustainable results, Portion Fix is the way to go, man. Another thing that I struggle with that I wanted to talk about is eating at night and having addictions to sugar. I have been doing intermittent fasting for a very long time. I have been doing it for about 8 months. I saw very good results for it in the beginning, but I feel like I kind of fell off track, and now I'm almost fasting for too long to the point where my energy is very low. I've noticed that my sleeping patterns are very off. I'm sleeping a lot more into the morning than I was before. I was waking up around 6, 7 o'clock, and now I'm waking up around 8, 9, sometimes 9:30. So what I've been learning from Autumn Calabrese is she was talking about eating small breakfasts in the morning to kickstart the metabolism, because when our metabolism's high, our energy's high. If you are a night snacker and you're eating a lot at night before you go to bed, what happens is you're probably going to end up in a vicious cycle of not having a good sleep, because your metabolism's going to be high at night trying to burn all that food off. So your body's not going to want to sleep and going to a resting state. So the next day, you're going to be very reliant on caffeine and sugar to keep you awake and alive for the day, which happens. That's how a lot of people end up with a lot of sugar cravings and caffeine addictions. It's really important to have an eating window that makes sense for you, and to find an eating window where it's going to keep your energy high and your metabolism high. Every body is going to be different, and that's something that you're going to learn a lot in this Portion Fix, going through this journey with me, is that there's so many different ways that we can eat. There's not just one way that's going to be right. One person's food could be another person's poison, like gluten, a lot like, egg intolerance. Some people are going to have intolerances. So that is when I would say that food groups could be cut out. But other than that, you don't need to cut food out of your diet. Your diet as in being what you eat every day. As long as you're having it in a proper balance and you're having everything in a moderation at a time and not overeating in one meal, and that you're spacing out your portions throughout the day, you're going to thrive so much more, and you're going to see so much of a difference in not just your physical appearance, but you're going to see a difference in your energy and your sleeping patterns as well. Probably in your mood, in your skin, and all other kind of areas of your life. It's not just going to be weight loss or muscle gain or things like that. There's so many different areas of our life that nutrition is going to affect and make better if we are staying aware and conscious of those things that we're trying to put into proper balance. That's all I really have for you right now. I cannot wait to get more into this and talk to you guys more about it, but this is going to be our first video. I hope it was beneficial to you and you got a lot of good information from it. I know I'm like a word vomiter, but if you have any questions, you can always reach out. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have, and I'm just super excited. So I'll talk to you soon.